one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians of the Haiti made Zoe. We'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Critical Thinkers. Y'all know our slogan over here at Zoe Pounds EP. We stand on the truth don't need no support. And y'all know what the OG Kenny K always say, God made Haitians, but little Haiti made Zoes. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, subscribing, leaving a comment. Because remember, every comment that you leave, Junky gonna reply to it. Everyone. That's one thing over here at Critical Thinkers, okay? Because for me, once the internet cut off, I cut off with it. I only cut on when it cut on. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. Junky, what you gotta say to the people before we get started on this good episode?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Social media, how y'all doing? I like to thank all the subscribers, all the followers, all the ones that's hitting the like button. Y'all keep liking. Y'all keep on following, y'all keep on subscribing, because we striving to accomplish the most. It's your main man, Junky Junk, Little Haiti Soldier. Shout out to Little Haiti, for sure, always.
Little Haiti all day. Let's get right into it, Junky. Puff is not guilty. Let's get right into it.
Puff's not guilty?
Daddy is not guilty. The trial is over. The jury got the case.
They got to deliberate.
Puff Daddy ain't called one witness. I think that was a smart thing on his behalf, because all good lawyers know if you feel the state ain't proved their case, because it's up to the prosecutor to prove their case. And everything that I heard, Junky, is all buffoonery. Now, all I heard is a man that's a swinger. Puff Daddy is a sexual deviant. He's a little more freakier than the average man.
True.
But everyone have their kinks. Everybody is a freak in their own way. But when the United States of America put a RICO on a billionaire and called it a RICO because of his sexuality, because he's a swinger, he's into freaky things. We done heard a lot of things about Puff Daddy, but the one thing we didn't hear, if Puff Daddy taking it in the back, you understand me? He just a freaky type of nigga.
Now, Kenny K, like we know, you said it all right. But a lot of that stuff is just his business. Personal. Because at the end of the day, man, listen here. I don't know how a lot of different niggas freak in their bedroom, in their closets, or wherever they do it, Kenny K. That was never my issue about a nigga. The only thing that I had a problem with is if a motherfucker was undercover. Now, I don't know if that bothered you.
Or messing with minors.
Right. I'm just saying undercover for anything. Mm-hmm. If you gonna slide around fucking with me, you feel me? Give me the benefit of the doubt to know who you are. I ain't got to be trying to figure you out. I ain't mad if you on some, LGBTQ. Just let me know. And I'll let you know where I'm at on the scale, and we have understanding. That's all I be saying. So, at the end of the day, with Puffy, now at the beginning, Kenny K, I was one of the ones and I still think like that, because I'm like, damn, why the fuck the Secret Services, Homeland, the Feds, and all these people join together, and they ain't got nothing on this man but some freak shit from what we heard from the beginning, which it still is now. But remember, I was saying when we spoke about that on that video, I was saying, okay, now it just looked like some freak shit. Now we don't know what kind of worms that's gonna open up. Who gonna take the
and
stand?
You thought like that because you've been to the feds and you thought
and
the
a lot
feds
of
had
people
more
did.
than what we knew. Because you know when the feds
A lot of people did. Now,
okay,
I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I follow this one guy, like I always tell you, that keeps up with this stuff, right? On his podcast, the podcast Soul, right? The brother be on there at Puffy trial every day.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And the brother be on top of the case. He on his game. He know his little law work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he been keeping up with it, right? And he just exposed everything back to back. After every witness got on the stand, from Cassie all the way down, you know, to the wild friends that Puffy had. You know what I'm saying? All them girls got on the stand, even the dude that got on the stand and said Puffy was in his crib and all this, probably threw the bomb in his car and all that old shit. None of that shit added up.
All
right?
all that was domestic. All I heard was domestic violence.
One time.
I heard jealousy.
We heard domestic violence one time,
Everything.
and that was his wife for 11 years.
And
so
everything
they got
that
the
Puffy
video of that.
did, it was all to me. It was personal. It wasn't connected to
Of
Bad Boy
course.
as an enterprise
No.
of making money. It was personal. When Puffy found out that Cassie was sliding with Kid Cudi without him knowing about it, it was just
Kid
personal.
K, still, like we said, we already know it was all personal stuff. Cause like I told you, the boy Sean Gumby, who I be watching on that
Sean G.
podcast or so, Sean G, brother on his game, bro. I follow, like, I understand legal terminology. So when he break it down, like I said, from the Big Meech case, I've been watching Buddy, cause he the one had a nigga kind of on point with Big Meech case, cause he break the case down. And if you don't even understand law, he break them legal terms in layman sense.
That you can understand what
anybody
he's
can
saying.
understand, yeah.
Okay.
And he doing his little thing, climbing around in there. Look, he lied. He on the 24th floor while Puffy them on, because certain people can't go in the courtroom,
Mm-hmm.
but they got to float down
For all the journalists,
where
and the people
everybody
who want
watching
to
this shit
support
on the screen. It's live
Mhm.
though. So brother doing real good with that. But like I said, everything we found out so far is personal. Man, they try to make the sex trafficking shit look like it's really a big charge, but it don't cover the RICO. I mean, I don't know how the Fed's gonna do it, Kenny K. We know they're in deliberation right now, right? We know they got until Monday. I think they're gonna start deliberating Monday, ASAP. So we gonna find out, because everybody rests on the case. So they passed it over, they rest on the case. No more arguments, no more questions. It's all over. The prosecution called all their witness, the defense cross-examined. The defense ain't even bring no witness. Puffy didn't even speak. And they didn't need nobody to take up for Puffy's side, for the defense to put on the stand to defend Puffy, so the prosecutor could jump. No, we don't need none of that. Y'all made accusations that I got the RICO. I'm the RICO man. You see how the dude that they brought, that they was speculating, or they was trying to make us feel like, oh shit, it's a dope nigga that was selling them all the dope that's finna come testify. All the while, it was a nigga that was working for Puffy,
Mm-hmm.
that used to carry under a gram, 0.07 of a gram. This nigga, that's the most he ever got caught with selling
Jump, when
Puffy.
they raided Puffy house, they found 5 pills. All that what they did, helicopters, roped the man's house off for 5 pills.
If Puffy get found guilty for that, damn boy, they gonna have another sweep. Then it ain't gonna even be about ICE no more. Then everybody that did what Puffy did in their life, they got an indictment coming.
Listen, if they indict Puff Daddy, I'm looking forward to me and all my niggas I grew up in Little Haiti to be indicted. Because it's nothing Puffy did or done. Even when we talk about R. Kelly, we come from the hood. We understand in the hood, younger females fuck with older niggas every day. It's
all over the world.
Them,
All
right?
over the world. It's
all over the world.
Ooh.
What I see is the bigger picture. I'm looking at it never been a time in America that it been so many black millionaires or billionaires.
And you know what?
And the powers that be,
that's deep, though.
they taking down our billionaire brothers one at a time. It started with Bill Cosby. This man done made us laugh.
Yeah.
We grew up watching his show all
the
our lives.
Huxtables,
The
man. That was the
Huxtables.
best family.
It gave us hope that, you know, there's hope out there. They took him down for Quaaludes back in the 60s.
Right.
That everyone was doing Quaaludes and partying. Then they went after R. Kelly.
Man.
You know, R. Kelly, we understand R. Kelly because it was a time in our life we was just like R. Kelly. You come from the hood, you getting all type of money. There's all type of young, fast girls out there in the game. That was the era that we lived in. Then, after R. Kelly, now they're going after Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy was known for shiny suits, having fun, partying. People made accusations in the windows. People thought Puffy was bisexual.
Hey, KK, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you what I respect about this whole case, and I respect Puff Daddy team. I'm gonna tell you what nobody paying attention to, bro. And it's a complete throw off, but I ain't gonna open up no can of worms. But this is what I was thinking firsthand when Puffy got locked up, right? Cause I'm sitting there and I'm watching all these little clippings before Puffy got locked up. Like once he got wanted and Cassie came out, you know, I started hearing all these Justin Bieber and Usher demonstrations and all these wild parties, right? So then I'm thinking, you know, cause I'm a street nigga and I've been thinking deep sea critical thinking. So I'm like, hold up. If they building the case on Puffy based off what these niggas saying about living with Puffy when they was just underage, so I ain't bringing no new thoughts to the feds now. I'm just saying that's what I was thinking. Like, damn, it's gonna be bad for Puffy, especially if Usher and I'm falling into Usher and Bieber shit. I'm like, damn, Christ gonna press them boys. Them boys gonna fall weak. But boy, listen here. For what they got Puffy for, I respect Usher and Justin. If there's anything that nobody else was thinking about, I'm just saying this how I was thinking. I'm like, damn. I was thinking Puffy shit was gonna be like deep. You know, they had TDJ, they had all kind of shit. Man, you know, I'm an internet freak, man, now. Ever since I got out, when I hooked up with the internet streets, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even had time to be out in the streets. Basically how I got out too, I'm still on federal probation and all that. But I want to thug and show these YNs that I'm about that life. But I had to do critical thinking. I was like, I can't move like this. They got cameras everywhere. Get on crack 20 more years, Junky. You're old head now. And then it was just you know, I'm old head, but you know that money on was still in the hood when I first got out. You feel me? Thank God I had got a business and Trump looked out for me. See, that's why I kind of like Trump, but I ain't that ice stuff. I ain't feeling it. But anyway,
stay on this one, John. Okay.
So. You feel me? Like I said, I was on a mission. You know what I'm saying? I stayed focused and I did what I had to do. Now, back to the Puffy situation.
Yes.
Now,
not guilty Puffy.
I was thinking that Puffy was gonna get scarred and screwed up with all these secret parties we knew about, with all these big major people, President Oprah, all these mother, then Usher them was like kind of on TV, so I was spooked. Now when I seen them taking the stand day for day, I was like, hold up. Man, shout out to Usher and Justin Bieber. Like I say, they real ones to me, bro. Cause they ain't even, I know them folks probably were pressing them boys. Like, subpoena, them boys probably just ignoring that shit. Had lawyers like, hey, we ain't actually speak. We ain't trying to get out of here, nigga. Usher still, like, yeah, Usher still on tour doing this thing. I don't know where Justin Bieber, but with this case, I'm with you. Puffy is not guilty.
Freak off, Jump, because listen here, Jump. I am guilty.
I'm talking about some of the story. Like when I was hearing about him, I was like when Cassie was talking.
Listen.
Well, I was kind of like.
Listen. Cassidy's situation with Puffy. Is Puffy guilty of domestic violence? Yes. He paid $30 million
but that's
for
not what
it,
he's
and
charged.
he had no problem. Listen, let me get to it.
That's not what he charged with.
That's not what he charged. That's what the lawyer said. And